In the beginning of the story, grandmother tells Mirabel that her grandfather and she are living very happily. They have 3 children, but suddenly some sad people attack their village and they have to leave the village, but they are still theirs. They don't leave the chase, their grandfather goes to stop them, but after that they don't come back. Because of this, the grandmother goes to Abuela alone, so broken that suddenly her candle turns into a magical charm whose light increases, and with this light a magical house is found, which makes her very happy. After that, the miracles of this light continue to increase. As her light increases, her children also receive a magical gift when they turn 5 years old. Due to magical charms, their house becomes heaven. Then we see that grandmother Abuela tells Mirabel that today you have turned 5 years old and this candle will give you a magical gift, with which you will help the people of this village and brighten the name of your family. Then the time comes when Mirabel has to get a gift, all the villagers gather but Mirabel does not get any gift. Then we see the scene 10 years later when Mirabel is grown up. She lives with her family and is very happy and satisfied with her life. One day, all the children start asking her about her family's powers, to which she explains that her family started with her grandmother, who received the magic candle that allowed them to live in this nest. And then their children also got magical powers, which gave their eldest daughter Pippa the power to control the weather. Mirabel explains that when Pippa is sad or worried, the weather starts to change. Then Mirabel tells that grandmother's second son, Bruno, has the power to see people's fortunes and can tell anyone's fortunes, but they disappear somewhere. Then she tells about her mother that her mother Jolata has magic that she can heal anyone by feeding them sweets. Then Mirabel explains that her cousin Dolores can hear anyone's voice from far away. Her cousin Camilo has the power of shape-shifting that can take anyone's form. And Antonio is going to get the power today because he will be 5 years old today. She explains that her sisters are Isabella and Lusa, in which Lusa has the power to control flowers, and her sister Isabella has incredible strength and courage that allows her to lift anything. As she starts to leave, the kids ask her about her powers, but she doesn't say anything. Wu starts running away, but the kids don't let go of her. They keep asking her again and again, but she doesn't say anything. But Dolores tells all the children that Mirabel doesn't have anything to say. All the children are surprised to hear that Mirabel says what if she didn't get any gift, she is as special as her family. Then she starts decorating the house because everyone starts preparing to decorate the house because Antonio is going to get a gift today. Mirabel is also very happy. She is making preparations, but Nanny stops her from doing all this because she doesn't want Antonio to get a gift like Mirabel. She comes to the room where Anto is also hiding, because he feels that if she doesn't get a magical gift, then everyone will not consider her as special as Mirabel. He should have good hope that he will get it. Then Mirabel gives him a gift because he will go to a separate room after the conversation. Then the time comes when all the villagers gather in their houses. Grandmother calls Anto to the door, but he is scared and asks Mirabel to come along. But Mirabel stops him because she knows that if Anto doesn't get the gift too, everyone will think he is evil. But Antino knocks a lot and Mirabel goes with him. Reaching the doorway, he touches the candle and touches the door, which gives him the power to talk to the animals, causing all the animals to come there. This makes everyone happy and goes to Antonio's room to celebrate. Everyone comes to click photos in Antonio's room, which has turned into a forest. No one asks Mirabel to take photos, which makes her very sad and comes out crying. She sees that their magical house is falling apart. Cracks are appearing everywhere. She gets hurt too. She gets scared and goes inside and tells everyone that the house is falling apart. Everyone runs away worried. But when they come out, their house is fine. And grandmother Abula tells everyone that everything is fine and that nothing happened to their family house, which makes everyone go back to Antonio's room and start celebrating. No one believes her words. She tells her mother Julieta that she actually saw it all. The house was really collapsing because of which she got hurt. Her mother tells her I think you be very worried. She plays him a sweet which heals Mirabel's injury. His mother says that you should go and rest. Then Mirabel goes to her room, but she remembers things that the house is falling apart, so she goes to the magic candle, but grandmother also comes there. Because they also feel that Mirabel was telling the truth, they worry that they might become homeless again. Then Mirabel returns to her room and assumes that she is the witch. Powers will be saved. The next day, Mirabel goes to Dolvera because she can hear everything. She tells him that you don't think I'm talking about what happened yesterday. And his strength was also decreasing. Hearing this, Mirabel goes to talk to Lusa, but then it is time to eat and everyone gathers at the dining table. Grandmother tells everyone that we should not brag about our magic and should help everyone. Then she tells everyone that she has spoken to a family that is coming to ask for Isabella's hand in marriage for Marino. They are all happy. Lovisa goes to help all the people in the village. Mirabel goes to her and says, "Why was your eye twitching yesterday? Tell me, what is going to happen with the magic?" She tells him that she's scared because yesterday when she saw the cracks he was losing power. So Mirabel asks him to tell her what's going on with the magic. She says she doesn't know, but when Wu was awake, she overheard the elders telling her that Bruno uncle had seen something bad that would destroy the house, which is why they disappeared. Luisa tells her, "If you go home. If you want to save him, you should start your search from Bruno uncle's room. But you have to go there secretly because it is not allowed to go there and you have to go undercover because it is a very dangerous place." Mirabel goes there to hide from everyone, but there is only sand. She climbs many stairs and goes up. She sees a green light in a big place. It is a glimpse of the future created by Bruno uncle. When Mirabel puts the pieces together, she sees a glimpse of herself. Suddenly everything starts to fall apart. Mirabel comes back, but her clothes are ruined. "Where are you coming from?" Then Luisa comes there and tells that my strength is decreasing and goes to the room crying. Then grandmother says to Mirabel that you must have done something. Grandma says you stay away from Lovisa until the boys leave. Mirabel goes to her room, but suddenly her Aunt Pippa comes there. Mirabel asks everyone about Uncle Bruno, how was he human, on which everyone says that whatever he saw came true. He used to see only glimpses of bad luck. Mirabel gets scared hearing that Mirabel is standing in his vision. She comes to her room, she finds all the pieces of the vision in which she sees that their house is broken. Mirabel is standing next to him. His father comes there and gets worried seeing a glimpse of Bruno. Mirabel tells him that the magic is ending and their house is also falling apart. She says that am I the cause of all these? His father says that we will not tell anyone. He hides all the pieces of glimpse in his pocket. He says that your grandmother does not want anything to go wrong today, so keep quiet. Then Dolores hears their words. She can't hide anything from anyone. That's why Mirabel and her father get scared. Then they all come to the table to eat. Marino is about to propose to Isabella. That Antonio's mice reenact the vision of the future makes everything go haywire. And Dolvera reveals to everyone that Mirabel has seen a glimpse of Uncle Bruno, in which she is the one who ends the spell. Then everything starts to fall apart and Marino agrees to have a relationship and everyone starts leaving. Everyone is very angry with Mirabel. She tells grandmother that there must be a reason for this. Listens. Then Mirabel notices that the mice are carrying the pieces behind a fantasy. She starts following them. When she gets there, she sees a secret passage. When she goes inside, she sees Uncle Bruno who starts running after seeing Mirabel. She chases after them but slips at one place and falls down. Uncle Bruno calls for help. They save him and take him to his room, which he had made of broken things. Mirabel asks him why I was in your picture. Is there any danger from me? To which Bruno says that I can't tell you anything. He saw this glimpse of the future at the grandmother's request, because if you didn't get any gift, Grandma Abula started worrying about magic. They say that then they saw this glimpse in front of which you were standing, they did not understand anything, then they broke it. Whatever it is, but the fate of their family house, Encanto, is connected with Mirabel. They throw him out of the room. Then Mirabel gives a recipe. She asks Bruno to see another glimpse of the future, but he doesn't believe. He says that I can't see even if I wanted to because my room has been spoiled. I want a big and open space. Antonio comes there because the mice have told him everything. He tells Uncle Bruno to go to his room. He agrees. On the other hand, we see that all the villagers get very worried after performing the magic, but the grandmother goes to talk to them that everything will be fine. Mirabel takes Uncle Bruno to Antino's room, where they begin to recite their spell, but when they see what they saw earlier, they stop their spell, but Mirabel insists on continuing to see them. When she does, she sees a butterfly, which she follows, then she sees the magic candle. Then she sees that she is hugging her sister Isabella, which she is not happy about at all. Because she hates her sister Isabella. She says that Isabella will not hug me because her engagement is broken because of me, and I am also very angry at her words, but Uncle Bruno explains to her that you have to do it to save the family. Mirabel takes courage and goes to Isabella's room and says, I know there is nothing good between us, but I am ready to forget everything and be a good sister. My engagement is broken. You get out of here. She starts to pull him out with the help of her magic. She is overjoyed because she made something of her own for the first time, and she and Mirabel start having fun together, causing plants to grow all over the village due to Isabella's feelings, which makes Grandma Mirabel very angry. That all this has happened because of you. Stop doing all this. On which Mirabel says that I have to see what all this is to save the house, that this candle has grown. I am in the candle and this house. I am saving. On which Grandma is very angry that Bruno also left because of you. Luz's strength is also decreasing because of you. The house is also falling apart because of you. You are responsible for all this. Hearing everything, Mirabel is very sad. She says to grandmother that everything is happening because of you. You are not worried about this house. Uncle Bruno will also leave because of you because you only saw evil in them. Says that Bruno was not worried about us. To which Mirabel says that he loves us all very much. Because of Mirabel's anger, cracks go everywhere and the house starts to break and the magic light also starts to decrease. Everyone runs out of the house, but Mirabel goes to the light and picks it up. Then the house collapses, but Mirabel is saved due to magic. She is very sad that everything happened because of her. Yes, she leaves the house. Take it all, they are looking for her. She goes to a river and starts crying. Grandmother is there and says this is the place where I used to get away from your grandfather and I am never here again. Mirabel says that she didn't do anything on purpose, she was just trying to be everything she wasn't. To which Grandma says you didn't do anything, she forgot to save the magic, that it was her own. Mirabel says that you have not done anything, you have seen such a bad time alone, whatever we are today is because of you, which makes Nanny happy. Bruno also comes there. And to save Mirabel, he says that he has not done anything but he is the one who is responsible for all this. On which grandmother hugs him and they return. All the family members are very happy to see Mirabel. Mirabel tells everyone that they will put the house back together. Grandma introduces everyone to Bruno, who makes everyone happy. All the villagers come to help them work hard and build a house. Then everyone asks Mirabel to put the latch on the door. As soon as Mirabel does it, the whole house becomes a magical house again and everyone becomes very happy. They celebrate in happiness, thus the story ends.